Good evening. How everyone doing today? My name is Armin J. I'm here to get a little short news on today. Um, there was a arrest made after FEMA crew forced to relocate and report a threat over hurricane relief effort. So as nearly 65,000 residents of hard hit Rutherford County, North Carolina, struggled to clear endless mud and left behind the hurricane healing. Now, Federal Emergency Management Agency crew was forced to relocate due to the report of armed threat against against the workers. Now, first reported by Washington Post. Now, they had a threat, and so that means FEMA, they was in the areas to help people, but they had to relocate in another areas to still help people. Rutherford County alert them of an appearance on stand down at the National Guard. True. Now reported the Inner Army had saying they was hunting for FEMA, so they was looking for FEMA, but FEMA had to relocate. They was forced to relocate because of the threat. So one person had been arrested in a connection to the threat. So they called one person was in a connection with the threat, and because of the threat, FEMA them had to relocate. So FEMA was being cautious. They were being cautious. So FEMA had said, its disaster assistance term was being stationed at fixed location instead of going from door to door, which had been the agency common practice in the past. Because see, they start knocking on people's doors, going from door to door. Because see, that's how they should do it in the past, going door to door. But when them stopped doing it like that, they be in one location. Everybody had to go to that location to apply, and by since they had the threat, they had to move it to another location. Now, FEMA continue on supporting the community impact by helping and help survivors apply for assistance. Now, for the safety of our, dedication staff in the disaster survivors, we are helping. Now FEMA had made some operational adjustments. The disaster recovery center will continue to be open as scheduled. Now survivors, continue to register for assistance, and continue to help to people North Carolina with their recovery. Now they're saying this because of the threat, they moved to another location, but still in the area. You still can go register. They're still helping people in need, so you can still go and register. Now over the weekend, Mr. President Biden, he visited Florida for the second time in just over the week to tour the storm damage. So after Hurricane Milton slammed the Gulf Coast of Sunshine State as a Category 3 storm. So on Sunday the president announced $600 million. So he helped out, and he announced that he owned $600 million. So they had a lot of damage. Had a lot of damage. Now I also want to talk about the heavy Israel bombing in North Gaza. As it said, Lambert peacekeeper had fired on again. So President in North Gaza described heavy Israel. Now bombing on Saturday in an hour after airstrike that killed at least 22 people. As Israel warned people there in Sutton Lambert to get out of the way. So when they tell y'all, when they tell you to get out the way, you know, get out the way. When they tell you evacuate, get out of there. Because 22 people had got hurt. Of the offense against the Hammond and a Bombshell, group. So in Lambert, peacekeeper was forced, say the headquarters, was in it again. So with the keeper was struck with the gunfire in late Friday in a stable condition. They didn't know, they didn't know who fired, but they know they had a gunfire. Now it was occur a day after Israel military fire on the headquarters for the second strike. Wounded two peacekeeper and Israel wish had warned them. So when you get one to get out of there because they're about to start shooting, you know, please get out of there. Please get out of there quick. Because I see up here, they say get out the way, and down here he said he want y'all to get out of there. So there was, so two was wounded, and I hope they're okay. Then you had 22. 22. 22 Israel was one of the people that in the Sultan. Now they Lambert to get out of the way. So it's telling them to get out the way against Hammond in a military group. So in the near future, when they tell y'all to get out of there, when they warn y'all to get out because they shoot, please get out of there. And I know sometimes it can be at the last minute they shoot and you can't get out. So that's the news I have. I talk about FEMA. They had a FEMA threat, so they was supposed to relocate when the National Guard was looking for FEMA. They started knocking on door to door. They did that in the past. They don't knock on door to door no more. They be at one location. You have to go apply and register for FEMA. And then we also talk about Mr. President Biden also had announced $600 million. So that was good because they had a lot of damage. And we also talk about the heavy Israel bombing, in Gaza. They've been warned to get out of there, and I know sometime at the last minute it's hard to get out of there. So that's all the news I have for you tonight. I see y'all on the next video.